Taming the Ego, a path to inner peace and authentic living. The ego is not inherently bad. It gives us identity, ambition, and the drive to survive and succeed. But when left unchecked, it can quietly dominate our thoughts, distort our relationships, and pull us away from our truest selves. Taming the ego is not about destroying it, it is about bringing it into balance. In a world that constantly rewards comparison, validation, and image, learning to soften the ego has become an essential practice for emotional health and spiritual growth. Understanding the ego. At its core, the ego is the part of us that says, I. It shapes how we see ourselves and how we want others to see us. The ego thrives on recognition and praise, being right, control, comparison, status and achievement. While these tendencies are natural, problems arise when they become our primary motivators. An untamed ego creates separation, between ourselves and others, between who we are and who we pretend to be. The hidden cost of an inflated ego. A dominant ego often shows itself through defensiveness, pride, jealousy, or the need to prove superiority. Over time, this leads to strained relationships, chronic dissatisfaction, emotional reactivity, fear of failure, loss of inner peace. Ironically, the ego promises happiness through external success, yet it rarely delivers lasting fulfillment. Why taming the ego matters. Taming the ego opens the door to humility, empathy, and genuine connection. It allows us to listen more deeply, forgive more freely, and live more consciously. When the ego softens, we begin to act from clarity rather than impulse, from compassion rather than competition. A quieter ego creates space for wisdom. Practical ways to tame the ego. 1. Practice self-awareness. Notice your reactions. When you feel offended, superior, or defensive, pause and observe. Awareness alone weakens the ego's grip. 2. Embrace humility. Accept that you don't have all the answers. Be willing to learn from anyone. True strength lies in openness. 3. Let go of comparison. Your journey is unique. Measuring yourself against others only feeds insecurity or arrogance. Focus on your own growth. 4. Learn to listen. Listening without preparing your response is a powerful ego-taming practice. It shows respect and deepens understanding. 5. Serve others. Acts of kindness shift attention away from self-centered thinking and toward shared humanity. 6. Accept imperfection. Mistakes are part of being human. Releasing the need to appear flawless brings freedom and authenticity. 7. Practice stillness. Through meditation, prayer, journaling, or quiet reflection, you reconnect with the deeper self beyond ego-driven thoughts. Ego versus true self. The ego seeks approval. The true self seeks truth. The ego demands control. The true self embraces trust. The ego lives in fear. The true self lives in presence. As we tame the ego, we begin to align with our deeper values and inner wisdom. Life becomes less about proving and more about being. A lifelong practice. Taming the ego is not a one-time achievement, it is a daily discipline. Some days you will succeed. Other days the ego will resurface. That's normal. The goal is progress, not perfection. Each moment offers a choice: react from ego or respond from awareness. When you choose awareness, you choose peace.